Ever wonder if the food on your plate is truly safe? Or if it will be there tomorrow? Food safety ensures that what we eat won't harm us, while food security guarantees that we will always have enough to eat. But here's the catch: pesticides and chemicals play a huge role in agriculture to protect crops and increase food production. While they are essential for feeding the world, they also come with risks to our health and the environment. So, how do we strike a balance? Let's dive into this crucial topic and uncover the impact of this chemical on our food system.
Kenapa hari ni? Cafe tutup pula. Apa ada dekat sini? Ada buah lah. Boleh ni. Ya, sure ke nak makan buah ni? Sure lah. Nak diet, new year, new me. Kenalah makan buah-buahan ni yang berhasiat. Dia percaya ke kamu? Boleh. Dia buah tu. Tengok. Tak ada logo. Logo? Tengok. Logo apa? Oh my god. Ni tak ada logo GMO. Mana? Tengok tak ada. Kau tak tahu ke? Yes, my question.
GMO, genetically modified organism. The GMO label on fruits refers to labeling that indicate the fruit has been genetically modified, that involves changing the DNA of an organism to achieve specific traits, such as resistance to pests or improved nutritional content. This logo means foods or fruits and vegetables grown using pesticide. Pesticide used for plants refers to chemicals or compounds that are in the form of liquids, powders, and are usually sprayed or applied to plants, specifically designed to control or kill pest insects that can damage crops. For example, of caterpillars, aphids, fruit flies, and beetles can reduce the yields and quality of fruits.
Oh, Kak, sebenarnya makan ni kadang-kadang pada racun bahayalah kan? Bahayalah kalau kita makan.
Yuk. Alah, kalau macam ni, macam mana nak makan buah ni? Macam mana nak hidup sihat?
Tapi, pesticide ada baiknya juga. Jom saya explain.
The first one is increase agricultural productivity. Pesticides protect crops from pests, diseases, and weeds, leading to higher yields and more efficient use of farmland. The second one is cost effectiveness. Farmers save money by preventing extensive crop damage, reducing the need for manual labor and other pest control measures. The third is improve quality of produce. Pesticides help produce fruits and vegetables that are visually appealing and free from pest damage, meeting market standards. And the last one is control of invasive species. Pesticides help manage invasive species that can threaten native plants, animal, and ecosystem.
Oh, kan pandai juga kau
Tapi kan korang, dia ada keburukan juga.
Polluting the environment. Pesticide can pollute the soil, water, and air if not used properly. Pesticide residue that seep into the soil can disrupt the microorganism ecosystem, hazardous to humans. Exposure to pesticides, whether through inhalation, skin contact, or contaminated foods, can cause health issues such as poisoning, allergies, or chronic disease. Killing beneficial insects. Pesticides not only kill pests but also beneficial insects like bees and butterflies, which are crucial for the pollination process. Causing insect resistance. Continuous use of pesticides can cause pests to develop resistance to the chemicals, making them less effective in the long term. Threatening biodiversity. Pesticides can disrupt the balance of ecosystem by destroying food chains and reducing the population of small animals like birds and amphibians that feed on insects. High cost. Pesticide requiring high purchasing costs and continuous use, which can burden small farmers.
Ya ke? Tak apa. Apa dah kaki Iman? Buat makan ni takkan jadi apa-apa punya. Okay. Boleh. Jom.
Kalau jadi apa-apa aku tak tahu
One day later.
Mana Ayu ni? Kata nak jumpa. Oh, tu Ayu. Jadi macam ni mesti sebab buah hari tu kan?
Rasanya lah.
Dah kata dah. Orang kata tak nak dengar. Nah, kita dah tahu.
Do you guys know the difference between organic and inorganic food? Let me show you how.
The main feature to distinguish between organic and inorganic food is by its color. For example, the tomatoes on the left are organic because organic tomatoes usually have different shades of red, and organic tomatoes might have small green patches because they ripen naturally, while inorganic ones, which are on the right, are perfectly red due to chemicals. We can also compare the texture of the foods. As we look closely into this carrot, we can see that organic carrots are on the left because it have rougher texture with uneven surfaces because they are grown naturally without chemicals, while inorganic carrots are on the right because it have a smoother texture due to the use of chemical treatments and fertilizer, which help them grow more uniformly and look more polished. On top of that, we can also see the difference of organic and inorganic food by the food size, as organic pumpkins tend to be smaller and more naturally sized as they are grown without synthetic chemicals, while inorganic pumpkins are often larger because they are grown using chemical fertilizer and growth enhancers, which help them grow bigger and faster.
Today I'm going to tell you guys tips on how to choose organic foods. So firstly, the easiest way is to go to the pesticide-free or organic section at any supermarket.
Next, I'm going to show you guys how to identify organic and inorganic fruit.
So, firstly, we have organic apples and inorganic apples. So, as you guys can see at the labels, we have words organic at the apples. And next, we also have the numbers. If the numbers start with the number 9 and have 5 digits, it is organic. Meanwhile, if the numbers start with 4 or 3 and have 4 digits, it is inorganic.
The next way to choose a safer food option is to choose crops from local farmers.
Other than that, you can also look for certifications of the food. Make sure the foods have FDA approval, USDA organic, or any similar safety standard. Next, you can also read the ingredients list. This is to ensure most ingredients are marked as organic and safe to consume. And last but not least, educate yourself. You need to stay informed about the organic or safety standard to ensure you are making the right choices when doing groceries.
So, untuk alternatif? Alternatif? Alternatif untuk racun serangga? Ni saya tahulah yang saya dengar. Saya dengar kawan saya dia campurkan sabun dengan air and dia siram kat pokok tu. Macam pelik, tapi saya dengar berjaya. Selain tu juga, saya dengar dia letak buah-buahan yang rosak kat situ supaya tak ada serangga yang dekat.
And with that, we have reached the end of the video. But before that, let's do some recap of the main points of this video. As you can see, our main topic of the video is to highlight the usage of chemical use in agriculture. So, what's an insecticide that you have been hearing all this time? Insecticide is a chemical substance used to kill or control insect population that threaten crops, humans, or animals. Insecticides can come in the form of liquids, powders, aerosols, or granules depending on their method of application. These substances are typically formulated to target specific insects without significantly harming plants or non-target animals. You must be wondering, how are they being utilized? Insecticides are widely used in agriculture to protect crops from insect pests. Here are the key steps in how they are utilized in the agricultural industry. First, identifying the pest problem. Farmers first identify the type of insect pests attacking their crops. For example, include leaf-eating caterpillars, aphids, or beetles that can cause significant crop damage. Next is choosing the right insecticide. Once the pest is identified, farmers select an
insecticide specifically formulated to eliminate the insect. Third is regular monitoring and control. Insecticides are applied periodically to ensure pest populations do not return. However, overuse should be avoided to prevent pests from developing resistance to the chemicals. Next, the use of insecticides in agriculture can bring several benefits to crops if used correctly and responsibly. Here are some of the advantages. Firstly is to protect crops from pests. Insecticides helps control pest population that can damage crops, such as caterpillars, aphids, or beetles. By reducing pest infestations, plants can grow healthier and produce better yields. Other than that, increases crop yields. Healthy plants that are free from pests can produce more fruits, vegetables, or grains. Farmers can achieve higher productivity and meet market demand efficiently. Other advantages is to improve crop quality. Crops that are free from pest damage are more visually appealing and of higher quality, which can fetch better prices in the market. For example, fruit without pest holes or damage are more desirable to consumers. Next is to ensure food security. By preventing crop damage, insecticides help to ensure that there is an adequate supply of food for the population. This is especially important in regions where agriculture is the main source of food. While the use of insecticides can have negative effects on humans if used excessively or not according to safety guidelines, here are some of the main effects. First, it can be categorized into acute effects or short-term. First is poisoning. Direct exposure to insecticides can cause symptoms such as dizziness, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, and difficulty breathing. Skin and eye irritation can cause direct contact, can cause rashes, itching, or redness on the skin and irritation in the eyes. Secondly, it has a chronic effects or long-term, which are cancer. Certain chemicals in insecticides are linked to an increased risk of cancers such as leukemia and lymphoma. Next is hormonal disruption, such as endocrine disruption. Some insecticides can interfere with hormonal balance in the body to help issues such as infertility or abnormal development. Pesticides also leave some negative effects on environment, which are soil degradation. Loss of soil fertility over time, pesticide residues can alter the natural composition of soil, killing beneficial microorganisms that maintain the soil health. Next, it impacts on biodiversity. Loss of biodiversity, pesticide use reduces the variety of plants and animals in agricultural areas, negatively impacting ecosystem. That is why as a consumer we need to be smart in choosing our food. It is also important for us to question to us when shopping for food. Where was this food grown? Was this food treated with synthetic pesticides or fertilizers?